Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I have been out and about and I was shopping and then I went to see a movie. It's called Moana and I just wanted to talk about what I saw in that movie and kind of review it, show you what I got today. um, I'm gonna go on a trip in a couple of months. So I was thinking that I could get something that is travel size and Love Shack Fancy came out with a collab and I got this from Target. It's really cute. It has like a rose theme going on. It's a hairbrush, but it's not the original size. It's like a travel size. And I feel like I don't want to bring my full size hairbrush, so I just got this. Oh, this is so cute. This is actually really cute. Oh my goodness, I feel like a princess. This is the perfect brush to bring with you traveling if you're going anywhere. The thing that I got was this refillable lip balm. Honestly, it's so cute. It smells like pear blossom. So this is what it looks like. Okay. And it's retractable like this. It smells like a pear blossom. But it is refillable. So you can buy refillable lip balm. And the last thing I got was another hairbrush because I love hairbrushes. So this brush is more of a flat brush. It looks like this. And then it has the travel bag that comes with it. It was nice. So I guess I like to use these types of brushes either when I'm applying my hair care or in the shower. That's just the door. I went to watch the movie Moana. I chose a seat in the theater that I usually wouldn't go for, which is like the very back. I think it was L12. And I just told myself, I always choose the same seat when I go to the theater, so why not choose something new? And I did. And I found out that I actually like the back. I still prefer seats G or H. I think those are like the sweet spots because you're in the middle and you get to see everything. You're not too close, but you're not too far. But honestly, I really enjoyed sitting in the back this time. Recently, I've been reading the book Writing Your Character Arcs by K.M. Wyland, and I made another video about it. It was the previous video. And I've been learning so much from that workbook. I'm learning about myself, about characters, because I am an author and I am writing a book. So I feel like if you are an author also, there, no matter how you start off, if you are writing a character, somehow, some way, you will come back to yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but the journey of writing will um will somehow lead to you, back to you. So you will learn about yourself first and foremost. And I think that's very important because how are you supposed to write characters when you don't know who you are? When you don't know the lie that you're telling yourself? And I say the lie because that's what the workbook calls it. The author, K.M. Wyland, she says that every character starts out with a lie. And the whole point of the character is that they start out with this lie, then the inciting incident happens, something happens to them, right? And then they go on a journey called the hero's journey, where they go through everything basically, all the ups and downs of the roller coaster, and all the whole journey leads them back to themselves, which is the truth. So they find out the truth about themselves, and they have a happy ending. And in this movie, because I'm reading these um, books, I my brain was automatically applying it to the movie, and it was such a beautiful movie. First and foremost, it was a wonderful. I just after watching it, I felt like going to the beach. That's how beautiful it was. The colors, the sound, the acting, I loved it. It was kind of obvious that maybe AI was used or CGI, but that's okay. Anyway, so what I was saying is that there's two main characters, Maui and Moana, obviously. So Moana's lie, and I caught it because she said it, is that she said, I feel like I don't belong here, or something like that. And basically, what she's saying is that she doesn't belong. That's her lie. That's what she was brought up with as a child, and that's what she believes. And that is why she's inherently unhappy in the situation that she is in. So as humans, we usually start out with something in our lives that isn't making us happy, or we're just not comfortable where we are. That's why so many people seek therapy, escapism, abuse, substance abuse, all types of impulses. That's why people go to that route. So she is not happy. She's constantly trying to find a solution because the family, the island that she's living in, they have a crop issue where the crops are dying and the flowers are dying. So she feels like it's her job to basically save her village, her island, not her village, but her island and her tribe, and find a solution to this death that's coming onto um the greenery around. So her lie is that she doesn't belong. She even says it. And the inciting incident is, well, I feel like I'm torn between, because when she's a kid, when she's like small, a couple years old, she goes into the water and she finds the water hands her this green rock. And after that she grows up, but her grandmother saves the rock, right? So she grows up and there's this unsettling feeling in her, and she keeps going up on this mountain and collecting rocks and trying to just find out who she is, where she comes from. And her grandmother takes her up to the mountains and takes her to a cave, which in psychology means she's going into her deep psyche, into her subconscious mind, to her past, her ancestors. Also in psychology, people can do this with family constellation therapy, which is, it's like group therapy basically, and you kind of um, explore your past. And there's actually a book that was turned into a Netflix series, and it really talks really well about all of this. It's called "It Didn't Start with You." Don't know, I don't remember the author, but on Netflix it is called Another Self, and that's what I think of it as. Her going into that cave and seeing the pictures and the ancestors in her past, and then she takes the boat and she takes a leap of faith, and um, she goes out into the water. And there are spoilers in this, so if you don't want to be spoiled, maybe just not watch this part. Sorry. But her grandmother is about to die, so her grandmother believes in her though. She really believes in Moana. She says like, you have to save us, you have to go out there. And she says that her spirit, the grandmother's spirit, will guide her and follow her even though she's dead. And that's what her grandmother does. She follows Moana and helps her out when she is in desperate times. But then Moana meets Maui, and he's a really funny character. He's really funny and cool and cute. So they meet, and Maui, he doesn't want to collaborate with her. He doesn't want her help. He doesn't even acknowledge her. He just wants to take her boat and kind of go away on his own with his arrow. It wasn't an arrow. Arch. He had something. I forgot what it's called. But so they go on this journey, and Maui's lie is that he feels like, well, he was abandoned by his parents. They just left him when he was a kid. They rejected him. So he feels like he needs to serve others to be loved, right? So they go on this journey. And while I was watching the movie, I was thinking to myself, it really is about the journey. It's about the obstacles in your way. So characters in movies, we like them and we watch them because we can resonate with them. We can see ourselves in them. These two characters, Maui and Moana, they were very likable and relatable because it's a universal feeling, not belonging and then wanting to be loved, but thinking that you have to do something to earn it because your parents rejected you when you were a kid. So, yeah, I was saying that as I was watching, I was thinking to myself, the journey really does matter. I mean, nobody would be there watching the movie and caring about these two characters and rooting for them if they got to the destination in 2 minutes, right? So, although the movie's like two hours, it kind of represents our life as well. Our life, somebody can live for 80 years, 90 years, 70 years, but it's like that huge chunk in the middle that is your journey. I feel like that's what matters. And sometimes when we're living in our journey, when we are living our journey out, we don't really appreciate it much, and we're not really grateful for everything that we are going through because it just seems like it doesn't seem that important, you know? And that's why many people and psychologists and life coaches and gurus and everybody, the whole world almost, talks about being present and in the moment. Because the goal is to enjoy the moment you're in because you don't know what's going to happen to you. And you really cannot change the past. You can only change how you react to it in the present moment. So they go through this whole journey, and I won't spoil the end, but it was such a beautiful end because they returned back to themselves and they found their truths. And I feel like it was just a very beautifully written and developed movie. I just feel like we can enjoy our lives more. And sometimes we really think that, people think that the troubles they're going through, it's going to last forever, or that it's not beautiful. I feel like everything that we're living is beautiful. And I mean beautiful in the sense that there's beauty in it, right? Not materialistically, but I feel like there's beauty in every obstacle that we go through. Um, every challenge that we face, there is definitely beauty in it. Because if you think about it and you look back to your past, even the worst memories you have, they're gone, right? They didn't last forever. You somehow overcame that. And if you didn't, you still probably think about it and think to yourself, you know, although I was struggling here, that was such a good year, or I was so young, or I looked so different, or I really like this cup I was holding. So there's always something that you can find to be grateful for. And I just feel like I just feel like after watching this movie, I took away for myself that being present and kind of congruent and forgiving of your past and just letting go of your future is that's the message I got basically. Eating bananas in the movie, and I was like, I love bananas too. There was a scene where they were eating bananas. If you have seen it, maybe you can drop a banana emoji if you've come all the way to this part of the video. All right, see you in the next video.